What's up? What's up? What's happening? This is yours truly, Javon Freeman, back with another one. I want to start this off by saying add the Instagram at the.o.m.experience. Give me a like, comment, share, subscribe. Even give me a dislike, and even hit the notification bell so you know every time when I'm sitting up here dropping a video or even going live, because I do go live. Um, Egg prices are going up. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I just went and brought some eggs not too long ago, and I realized the prices were up. But then when I actually sat back and thought about it, I couldn't even be mad at it. I'll explain that in a little bit. But I want to get into this video right here.
Deli, a 50-year-old institution in Houston, Texas, says they are currently losing $10,000 to $12,000 a month due to these high prices. Co-owners Michael Saigon and Rihanna Sherman join me right now. Michael and Rihanna, thanks so much for being here. How would you assess the price of eggs right now?
So, right before COVID, we were paying on average about $30, $35 a case. Right now, we're paying upwards of $130 a case, which is not sustainable. In the restaurant business, usually, inventory will go up, but it goes right back down. And we're not seeing any decrease in pricing. We're only seeing it go up $4 or $5 a case week over week.
So, Rihanna, is the majority of your money now being spent on eggs?
It really is. A good chunk of our money is being spent on eggs right now. And, a lot of establishments, a lot of restaurants have been increasing their price of eggs. As you mentioned, we are a 50-year-old establishment in Houston, and we have a lot of elderly customers. We have a lot of multi-generational customers. So we are not at that point yet in raising our prices. However, as Michael mentioned, this is not sustainable, and we've heard rumors that it could go on throughout the course of this entire year. If that's the case, we may have to reassess.
So Michael, what kind of an increase are you considering? I mean, you haven't raised prices yet, but you're trying to be sensitive to the clientele. What are you going to do?
So we're staying tight right now. We are not planning to raise prices. We're a small business. A lot of our clientele are loyal and coming to us for generations.
I think that's very important what he said. He's a small business. So the reason why when I said I went to go buy eggs, I couldn't be mad at it is because what we're seeing now, especially with all this government funding being exposed, the wasteful spending from the government that's being exposed. I know a lot of news media sites aren't giving the whole story, but when you look at multiple sides of things, you end up seeing that you see just how devalued the dollar is, and how much of it is being spent improperly and being improperly managed. So where we've seen businesses able to get by with, paying $30 a case for eggs, that's because it was coming off the backbones of the people working and expending so much in taxes. And so it's giving back into the economy. But now that we have less, now that we see that there's so much expenditure being uncovered, that money is now going back into the people. So that is increasing the value of the dollar, but then that's also showing the actual, let's just say, I don't want to say comparison, but the actual scaling on how much these products are really worth now, because so much money has been put into the economy, so much money has been printed, whether it was through COVID, the 2008 financial crisis, the recession that we're practically in right now, even housing, even the automotive recession that we're in, constantly forgiving student loan debt. You're putting more money into the economy, so it's devaluing the value of the dollar. But when you give it back to the people, when you haven't seen just how valuable these products actually are, it's almost a shock, because you've been sitting here saying, well, damn, these prices have been cheap for so long, but that's because you've been constantly inflating and inflating and inflating, and now the people were getting less bang for their buck. But because they're getting more bang for their buck, these things that are technically luxuries are starting to show that they're luxuries. So when I went to the grocery store, I was looking at prices. For a 12 carton of eggs, it was about $8. When I looked for at an 18 pack, it was about uh, I want to say, because I went almost a week ago, an 18 pack was about $12. And then when I looked at a 30 pack, it was $13. So I sat back and I thought about it. I'm like, the 30 pack is clearly the best bang for the buck because I'm getting more. And then when I sit back and think about it, and I'm grateful that I don't recall if it was middle school or high school, but one of my teachers took the time out to show us, a little bit of home economics and whatnot. When you end up making your own food at home, it ends up being cheaper and the food products last a lot longer. So you still end up getting more money for more bang for your buck, for lack of better terminology. So for me, I eat eggs almost every day, but because of the type of meals I make, I could do eggs, and then I'm also getting in some starches. I'm also getting in some protein, so it's not just eggs. I'm not consuming eggs, at a high rate, and it's actually prolonging the amount of time it would take for me to actually buy another pack of eggs. Uh, and so imagine if I had got two single 12 packs at $8 a piece, that would be $16. I got the 30 pack for $13. That was almost a $3 discount. And again, that 30 pack is lasting me almost an entire month. Where if I had gotten that one pack of eggs or the 112 pack, it could have lasted me a week, 2 weeks, depending on what I was making, depending on the dishes or whatnot. So almost buying in bulk, buying wholesale, and then buying more, buying your meats, not so much cut, but if you get your meats in bulk and then you do your own butchering and whatnot, that saves you more money. That's less time and labor you're actually spending out of your wallet. And that's what a lot of people are missing, especially at the grocery stores. When you get your easy make foods, whether it be your bagel bites or whatnot, there's a price tag that you have to account for when it comes to the fact that they've already prepared it to a strong degree. You're paying for that, all for that convenience. um I think this is good. I want to hear the rest of this.
And we don't want to spike the price, for a local business like ourselves. We got through COVID. Now we're dealing with inflation. Now we're dealing with eggflation, aka the bird flu, and we don't know what's going to happen with tariffs. Prices could continue going higher. And from our distributors, we're being told, it could get up to the 150s. We won't have any relief this year, is what I'm being told.
Right.
We buy hundreds of cases a week, and the difference of $1, $2 up and down, which is going up $5 a week or $6 a week, it hurts. We're
affecting our bottom
taking,
line.
like you said, a $10,000 hit a month. It just doesn't work. When chicken prices triple during inflation, chicken's not in everything. Eggs as a bakery is the main ingredient in every recipe we have.
That's a great point. So, Rihanna, you're basically saying you're losing money on all egg meals.
We are, as Michael mentioned, at our New York deli, our top selling item is our 2-egg special. And then next to that is our omelets and our egg mitt sandwiches. So everything has eggs. And then we have two fully stocked bakeries, which I would say 90% of the products have eggs in them.
Sure, of course.
So
makes sense.
again, yeah, we're losing on that end, but our other operations are luckily covering the fall, which is why we are fortunate not to have to raise our prices just yet.
All right. Well, we'll be watching as you are.
Yeah, and let me know what y'all think down in the comments section below. As you can see, all the government corruption just to uphold convenience because people don't want to stand there and cook their own food. This is another, that's another thing that goes into it. My own generation, I'm considered Gen Z now. Mentally, I'm more millennial. I have older siblings, but I was born in 2000, so I'm more Gen Z, right? So many of my peers don't know how to cook. And because of the lifestyles that they were told to live by going to college, getting these jobs and whatnot, they don't even know how to schedule the time for themselves to cook and understand how long it takes for certain things to be made. So that level of convenience is also being paid for. So now that the economy is getting back to more of a merit based, are you set for this? Do you have the qualities for this? Do you have the competencies for this, or whatever said thing is? You know, it's getting more into the haves and the have nots. And one of the things that would put you in that haves category is competency. Are you competent? Because if you're competent, you can figure out a way to get things done. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I think this was a great listen. Uh, Yet again, add me on Instagram at the b.o.m.experience. Give me a like, comment, share, subscribe, even give me a dislike. Ciao.